Hello there, I'm Jackie Notman, and this short video is to introduce you to an ebook that I've written called Diets Don't Work. Now, I'm an intuitive advisor and an energy reader, so you may be asking, why have I written a book about diets and weight management? Well, I've really done it from an energetic perspective, but for a number of other reasons, because I've been very interested in our whole relationship with food, I guess. Probably dating from my teens, I developed an eating disorder where I would go from one extreme to another. At times I could eat like a horse and just not stop eating, and at other times I would then purge myself and not eat for days on end, and it wasn't a good time for me. But one of the things that led me into was doing exercise. I used to go to aerobics classes because that was a key thing in terms of the eating and weight management and all that sort of stuff. And it was the time when Jane Fonda was just starting to get big, and not big literally, but big in terms of publicity, and aerobics was hot, and I was really into aerobics, so I started going to classes, and the teacher said to me one day, why don't you learn to be a teacher? And my motivation was, fantastic, I can do more classes and I don't have to pay for them. So it was a bit of a roller coaster time for me, but getting me into learning about my body, learning about exercise, learning about food and nutrition was really a salvation for me. And ever since then I've been quite fascinated with the relationship people have with their food. You know, whether you, for obvious reasons, don't eat or can't eat, or whether you overeat and you become fat and obese, the issue is always the same. It's the relationship with food is out of balance. It goes from one extreme to the other, and that's really why I've written Diets Don't Work, because diets don't work. I don't believe they do. I believe that they focus more on obsessions with food rather than less. You see, food is wonderful, it's fantastic, isn't it? We all like good food, and we all like the social situation of breaking bread together. It's a very peaceful thing to do. But when we get to the point where we're using food as a weapon, either to starve ourselves or to bloat ourselves out, then there is something really out of kilter with that energy and with the balance. So Diets Don't Work is a plan, if you like, that gets you back onto an even keel with food. It gets you to look at food in a completely different way. It gets you to look at food as being part of your life rather than your whole life. And let me explain that a little bit further. If you have an eating disorder, let's say you're anorexic, so there's a control issue with food. Most of your life is spent around how you're not eating and how you're denying yourself. But on the other hand, you're always fascinated with food anyway, but you're fascinated with it, but you won't let yourself get close to it. So there's an obsession there. If you're overeating, you're becoming overweight and obese, then you're probably thinking about, what's the next thing I'm going to have to eat? Your day is actually planned out hour by hour, meal by meal, by snack by meal, by snack by meal, and that's the way it goes. So Diets Don't Work is a plan of 52 steps, and each one is very simple. There's nothing extreme there, because if you throw something extreme into the equation, it doesn't help that pendulum that's swinging from side to side slow down and start to get balance. So you have to take it very slowly. You have to break habits that you want to break and bring new ones in. So that's the reason for having 52 steps. Ideally, it's designed to do one step per week. Some people may think that's too slow. That's why they go on diets, because they want to lose lots of weight very quickly. However, it doesn't last. You just go up and down, up and down, up and down in terms of your weight and your emotions. So you need to take it slowly, you need to take it steadily, because at the end of the 52 weeks, what you will have is a much more healthy relationship with food, a balanced relationship with food, and then you can just go on and you completely live your life. You don't have to think about diets or weight management. You can actually think about having a fantastic life, because life isn't just about food, it's about so much more. Of course, you can do the 52 steps a little more quickly if you want to. You can do them a little more slowly if you want to as well. And you'll find that some are easier for you than others, but you know, stick with it. There's nothing scary in there. There's nothing that's going to cost you lots of money in there. There's nothing that's going to make you do silly things while you eat, or eat specific type of food or anything like that. It's all about exploring your relationship with food, and as you do, you will find that that relationship gets back into a healthy context with the rest of your life. So I've written a blog just explaining my thoughts behind all of this. You may be watching this video attached to that blog. If you are, then there are details in the blog as to where you can go and purchase this ebook. It's available in PDF or in Kindle format. Or you may be watching this directly on YouTube, and if you are, there are some details in the notes, again with a link to where you can go to purchase the ebook. So, you know, throw away the diets, get over this silly relationship with food, and start doing something that is really, really going to set you up for life and just lets you get on and enjoy your life. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.